Everyone, it's Sammy from Sammy's Sweet Life, and I've got my week 13 update for you guys. I am very pleased to say that my gender reveal is already posted for you guys, so you guys can go see that. I'll link it down below for you guys if you haven't seen it, and I will talk about that later in the video. So if you don't want spoilers, go see the gender reveal and then come back to this video because I am going to talk about it. I am so relieved to tell you guys the Pepcid is just my miracle. I am feeling hardly any nausea. I feel like this is what my first pregnancy was like, where I get nauseous just at those intervals where I'm starting to get hungry, and then the rest of the time I don't have a low level of nausea. I don't feel like, you know, just walking around that I could throw up at any point. So it is definitely a game changer for me. I'm not taking the Zofran at all. There was one day earlier in the week where I still had a bit of nausea in the morning and I thought I was gonna throw up, so I went ahead and took the Zofran. But other than that, I haven't needed it at all. I've just been taking the Pepcid, and I try to go longer stretches with the Pepcid, and I find that I really just can't. Once the Pepcid starts wearing off, I start feeling as sick as I was feeling before. So it is definitely helping. Every few days I do the same thing where I kind of skip it and see how it goes. But yeah, so far I definitely need the Pepcid. I am 13 weeks, so I'm moving into that second trimester. Some people say 13 weeks, some people say 13 and a half weeks, and some people say 14 weeks. So I really don't know. Since I'll be 14 weeks next week, I'll say officially I'm in the second trimester that week. But yeah, I'm feeling so much better as far as the nausea goes. It's just been so nice. Now, unfortunately, I still have just a low level of just stomach upset. So I'm still not super duper hungry. I'm still not eating everything in sight, which I feel like with my pregnancy with Olivia, I was more feeling like that. I was feeling like that, especially about my cravings, where I could just eat them all the time. The only thing that I've eaten like that was salsa, and that is just totally over at this point. I have no cravings for salsa whatsoever right now. So I'm just gonna walk down my questions real quick. Baby is the size of a lemon. As far as new symptoms, I've just been having a little bit of aches and pains, especially at night. I feel like my hips start hurting, so I am gonna look into getting one of those big pregnancy pillows and seeing if that'll help. It really just doesn't matter where I'm laying in the bed or which side I'm on. My hips will start feeling a little bit sore, and I do already like put a pillow between my knees. So I'm thinking I need one of those big pregnancy pillows and kind of like wrap myself into it, and then it'll take the pressure off my hips. I've just noticed that whole area has been a little bit achier, and of course your pelvis changes during pregnancy, things widen, and I'm kind of expecting that, but I didn't expect it so early again. I think I say that pretty much every week. Like, I can't believe this is happening so early. So I'm feeling those hip and thigh aches and pains now. And like I said, a newer symptom since the nausea has gone almost completely away. I just have a little nausea in the morning, and then if I still hit that like 2.5 hour mark, I get the nausea again. But I'm not having it around the clock, and I've definitely noticed just the stomach upset feeling again. For a while, that nausea was just taking over. That's like the main feeling that I felt all the time, and now I'm really picking up on that just not happy stomach feeling. As far as lingering from last week, my nausea is almost gone. I just have what I feel like is just a low level nausea. I have not thrown up in an entire week, which is awesome. It's been so long since I could say that. I had been throwing up pretty much every day, at least once, and now I am not. So hopefully that stays. Hopefully it just gets better and the nausea starts to go away even further. I'm really hoping in the next few days, or at least the next week or so, I can get off of the Pepcid. I don't want to take it long term, but for right now, I'm taking it because it is helping so much. As far as cravings, I am just craving the Amy's little frozen meals. They've got a cheese enchilada meal. Also, they have these cheddar cheese burritos that are rice, beans, and cheese, and I want those. Like, anytime I start getting hungry, that's what I want to eat. I'm really trying to limit myself to just 2 of those a day. So I end up with like a meal a day and then a burrito a day. And I think that's probably enough burrito and Mexican food. The only other craving I'm having is for those Southern style green beans. They are so good. I've linked that recipe multiple times in my grocery videos and my meals videos. It's just an Instant Pot recipe, and it is so, so good. I made it once with the potatoes like the recipe calls for, and then once without the potatoes, and it was good either way. I just love the green beans. We've had green beans most nights lately because I just love them. But other than that, I really can't think of anything. I'm still craving those blue raspberry Sonic slushies. The craving hasn't been quite as strong. I was still having some of the Sonic slushie almost every day, and now I'm going a few days between. They're just so good. They're sweet and tart, and I love them. And somebody had recommended the ones with nerds. I have to try that because then it'll be a little bit more sour, and I think that'll be really good. As far as aversions, I don't have anything that's setting me off consistently, but I will get dinner made, and not want to eat certain things of the dinner. Like I made meatball subs and I could not eat the meatballs. Like I used to crave the meat, and after I made them and smelled them and took a few bites, I was just like, nope, I'm totally over it and couldn't eat them. So Johnny and Olivia finished those off the next few nights, but it's really things like that that are kind of like fleeting aversions. I've had a couple instances of that, but there's nothing that's been really consistently just setting me off except mint. I still have trouble going in the bathroom when Johnny's getting ready in the morning. He's brushing his teeth with the mint and then using his mint mouthwash. I just have to kind of avoid that whole area for a while. As far as weight, I'm the same as last week. I'm actually down like 0.4 of a pound, which is just like water fluctuation. It's nothing serious. I'm still gonna round it to 172 like last week, which is 5 pounds up from pre-pregnancy. The new discoveries was just the Pepcid. I did not realize how little the Zantac was actually working, because it really got rid of the main, like, oh, I have heartburn, uncomfortable feeling, but it was not getting rid of all the symptoms. I really just had no idea that the nausea was really coming from the heartburn, because I thought the Zantac was fixing it. It's always fixed it in the past, and I was just kind of surprised. So the Pepcid is just a game changer for me. Compared to the pregnancy with Olivia, again, I was just so much better in that week 13 update. I was going out to eat every day and having a good time. And I would love for you guys to go back and watch that week 13 update. I did mention my mom coming to visit and saying how stressed out I was. And I was like, that's so weird of me to even say right then when I'm like pretending everything was okay, but saying like I don't want to have any more visitors because I was stressed out after her visit. That just goes to show like even my everyday normal with her was stressful for me. I did post a mom update in my filming my last week's update, my week 12 update. I answered a question that I'd seen in the comment section, and I separated them into 2 videos. I had a pregnancy update, the mom update. I know most of you guys have seen that by now, but it was really striking in the week 13 when I was saying how stressed out I was from it. I was like, yeah, that's the story of my life with my mom. Like even when things are going okay, I'm still super stressed out because she says things that upset me, because I'm being her servant. She's telling me what to do, and the visit's not pleasant for me. And in that visit, I was pregnant and I was still doing everything for her while I was pregnant. So I'll just leave it at that. I will link to the week 13 update for you guys as well. It was just really striking and telling, and especially now that I'm in the cutoff, I can see really clearly. So the best thing this week, this is gonna be the spoiler alert if you haven't seen the gender reveal, so I hope that you'll pause it. It's a girl. I was so surprised. I just thought with the history of Johnny's family, not having any girls, and Olivia being the first girl in like 100 years in his family, I just really thought we would have boys, and it was just like kind of a fluke that she was a girl. And I don't have anything against boys. Really wanted a girl because we already had a girl, and I wanted her to have the sister bond, and I wanted them to have a chance at being close. I know that doesn't mean that they're going to be best buddies or anything, but it gives them more of a chance because they'll have more similarities. I'm talking totally in general themes here, but I feel like they have better chances of being close, being the same gender, because they go through the same processes in life. And already having a girl, I kind of know what to expect with a girl. I'm just really shocked that it was a girl. I still had this feeling of, oh, it's going to be a boy and I'll have one of each, and that'll be great because it will be one of each. I'll get to experience both. But my heart of hearts just really wanted a girl, especially because Olivia's a girl and they could be sisters, but also just to be a girl mom, just because I already kind of know what to expect, just because we mostly have girl stuff still left over, and I'm really happy. I'm really surprised and really happy, and I just can't believe I'm getting my 2 little princesses, and it's just gonna be Pink City here. Johnny is totally outnumbered. I thought we'd probably even the playing field. I really kind of convinced myself that it was gonna be a boy after having those dreams. I would have been totally happy either way, like I said, but I'm just happier than I expected to be, honestly. I'm gonna cry because I'm so happy, but I just really thought when we didn't have a boy that I would be more upset about it than I am. I was on the phone when they told me, she said girl, I just lost it. I ugly cried. I was so happy. And so yeah, I need to stop talking about it so I don't cry on video, but I'm just so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. And it's funny, we have always had one girl name picked out. Olivia was it. But when we were looking at other names, we wanted to make sure the name was going to be Olivia because that's the name I had picked out. I wanted Johnny to be sure of it. We came across another name, and that was our number 2 name if we ever had another girl. And that's going to be this little girl's name. Of course, I'm not telling you guys. I'm going to wait just like I did with Olivia. I'm not going to say the name until she's born. But we had the name picked out this whole time. And I'm just shocked that we get to use it. I really thought we were gonna have to find a boy name, and we never had a boy name. Like even with Olivia, We were sure of a couple of names that we liked, but we never had one narrowed down. And same with this one, like before we even got pregnant, we knew the girl's name. We still have been on the fence about boys' names. There's a few that we like. We just don't 100% agree on the boy names, whereas with the girl names, we've always 100% agreed on it. The only thing is we need a middle name. So if you have girl middle name suggestions, leave them down below. I do like more classic names, so keep that in mind. I like really ultra feminine classic sounding names. But yeah, we need your suggestions. I've been starting to look down the list to try to find this perfect middle name. I have a couple that I really, really like, but none of them are set in stone, obviously. Anyway, the other best thing that happened was Easter. Olivia is just at the most fun age for all these holiday things. We dyed Easter eggs and it was so much fun. I don't know how many Easter egg hunts we have done just in the house. She will ask me to do an Easter egg hunt for her and it's so cute. She just will come upstairs and play while I set up the Easter eggs. The day after Easter, I did a surprise Easter egg hunt for breakfast and I put her little cereal in the Easter eggs and she just loved it. She was so excited. Our new neighbors are really awesome. They are grandparents, so they really just take that like grandparent role with her and she just absolutely adores them. Well, they set out Easter eggs outside for us Easter morning. So she had an Easter egg hunt inside and then outside, and it's just really fun at this age. And I'd mentioned in my grocery haul that we made giant bubbles and they were a really big hit. We need to find a better giant bubble solution because they didn't always hold. They would pop really quick, but the bubble wand is awesome. I definitely would recommend that. But it's just such a sweet, fun age. I just love the things that come out of her mouth. She's just constantly making me laugh. So as far as the worst thing, it's just the constipation now. The nausea is pretty much okay. I can get on top of it because I can, eat when I start first feeling nauseous. Never gets to the point of me having to run to the bathroom and throw up. It's just a low level, oh, I need to eat something and then it goes away. But yeah, since the nausea's gone, the constipation is the #1 problem I'm having. On the agenda this week, since I'm starting to feel better, I am starting to slowly work on different rooms around the house. Our house just looks totally junky. Nothing's organized, nothing's put away. I've just been doing the bare minimum, and now I'm really getting a chance to slowly work on everything. I'm still super exhausted. Like even waking up in the morning, I'm tired. I don't have any point in time yet that I'm having any kind of real energy. So I'm just taking it really slow with things. I sorted through all the baby clothes yesterday and I almost went to bed at like 8:30. I was so tired from just doing anything. I'm really hoping for that energy boost to come back. And I don't have any questions. If you have questions, leave them down below. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my belly. One thing I will say is my shirts are starting to not be as long as they used to because I've got this big giant bump in the way. So get closer there. There's the bump. I don't know that it's any bigger than last week, but it definitely feels super round. It's definitely in my way all the time now. There it is. Side, front, side. It's just quite large. One thing I forgot to mention as far as new symptoms, but I noticed it standing up, I'm definitely getting fuller breasts. So that has been really nice. That's something that was such a perk last pregnancy is having fuller breasts. I've always been a tiny chested lady and it's really nice to actually have some boobs. So that's one of the fun things about breastfeeding is my boobs always looked good and it's nice for them to start coming back a little bit early so I can enjoy it a little bit sooner. It just gives me a little confidence boost having them. But anyway, that's it for this update. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Leave your questions down below if you have any and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.